What's going on, everybody? Hyper here, and I am back and very much alive. I know it's been a while since I've last posted my guide, and yeah, it's been a while, but I'm back. Been dealing with family, been dealing with holidays and work, and I actually about 3 weeks ago got into a wreck. And so I've been dealing with that and trying to figure out a car and everything. And so just lots of things. And I'm going to put out another video on an announcement I want to make. But yeah, be on the lookout for that. Man, what a week Yu-Gi-Oh! Has had. Number one, we had Darkwing Blast, which released pretty much the rest of Tearalaments. And then Marvelous coming out with the Ishizu cards. And man, who would have predicted that Ishizu Tearlaments would pretty much be tier 0? The best deck everyone's playing. And even in my own locals, shocker, Ishizu Tearlaments won. I'm so shocked. Everyone was shocked. No one was shocked. Actually, the most shocking thing was the fact that I started out 2-0 with 6 Sam. Because, everyone was going to play it. And so nobody was going to really expect a 6 Sam deck. And I was right. Again, started 2-0. I went against 2 Math Mech decks. And got the victories. And then lost to the eventual winner. And then lost to a zombie deck. It was... number one, it was just crazy that I actually won 2. Given the current format. But you know what? I had a blast. I had fun. I enjoyed myself. And, to me, that's what matters. But let's talk about this Ishizu Tearlaments. For those of you that watched YCS Pasadena over this weekend, to be honest, I wasn't really shocked that of the top 32, I think over 20 were Tearlaments, Ishizu Tearlaments. Top 8, I believe, was 7 Ishizu Tearlaments, and then 1 Sprite. Top 4, first, second, and fourth, all Ishizu Tearlaments. It's not really shocking. It's that good of a deck. Who would have thought? If you follow the OCG, I think people would have figured it out, and obviously I think a lot of people did. Although it is interesting to see the differences between what the OCG prioritizes versus what we in the OCG, what the OCG prioritizes versus what we in the TCG prioritize. And very different. I was kind of expecting more Gravekeeper's Trap and Exchange of Spirit, but I never really saw... I knew Bestials were going to be big. I didn't think they were going to be this big. And I think that comes down to my fault in that I didn't test as well. Of course, again, I haven't really had the time to, but I played a little with it today on Omega, and I gotta tell you, I'm sold. I'm completely sold. I went 10-0 straight. I mean, it was incredible with Bestials, Tearlaments, and the Ishizu cards. I pretty much followed the first place deck from Pasadena with some of my own tweaks. Oh, it was phenomenal. I'm not gonna really be shocked if the next ban list hits either the Ishizu or the Tearlaments. I know a lot of people are clamoring, going, get rid of the Tearlaments, get rid of the Tearlaments. They're the problem. Get rid of the Tearlaments. The Tearlaments are still big in the OCG. I think that's a bad idea, personally. I really think it's a bad idea. I mean, we still have Eldlik. I also think Eldlik is worse than Tearlaments. At least more annoying, in my opinion. It's more annoying than Tearlaments. Tearlaments can break really hard. So, I mean, Tearlaments, yeah, it's I think way more consistent than Eldlik, but I mean, hello, Sprite made third, and he made a deck specifically, if I remember correctly, the third place winner specifically made his deck to counter Ishizu Tearlaments. That's all it was really meant to, and it paid off for him. So, I mean, I've also heard, that the people want to limit the Ishizu cards. Again, I don't really think that will happen. Maybe it should. I don't know. Maybe a semi-limited. I would probably be down for a semi-limited, but not limited. I couldn't get down to that. I mean, Tearlament cards, I think they're fine. I think the other thing I heard, which I think honestly this was interesting. I saw one guy was saying that they need to ban Instant Fusion and Abyss Dweller. And I just thought about it for a bit, and I was like, okay, maybe we can talk about Instant Fusion. But banning Abyss Dweller? Are you serious? You do realize that can shut down Tearlaments. I mean, I don't know. I don't really think that he was thinking, but I completely disagree. I think, it's pretty safe to say, though, that the meta today, and probably until the next ban, I would say it's going to be firmly Ishizu Tearlaments, unless they do something. Or, they come out with something even more godlike. But, I mean, Konami should also probably do something about this power creep that we're getting. As I've been playing at locals, there's a lot of cards, a lot of, different decks I'd like to play. But, at the same time, I kind of want to win, so I can kind of get the packs. But, I mean, the only time I really guess I can do that is online. But I almost feel like they need to kind of bring back from the original, the OG, where, we do mix matching of cards and being able to come up with a creative deck. Not to say that there isn't that. I mean, I think there is some of that in today's game. But when it comes down to it, you're still sticking within an archetype. So, like, you have the Tearlaments, you have the Sprite, Dark Magicians, you have, Labyrinth. There's not really much, kind of going on. It's like, okay, I know what to expect. So, I kind of hope maybe they'll come out with something that will go along those lines. I think that would be a really cool thing to do for the game. To just bring back that creativity. And I think that would really help with the sort of the tier 0 we now have right now with Ishizu Tearlaments. And I mean, again, I love Tearlaments. I love Tearlaments. But I also recognize that tier 0 is very bad for the game. It's incredibly bad, and it shouldn't happen. So I do believe that needs to be fixed. But the one thing I don't want Konami to do is to just basically ban Tearlaments into oblivion. That's not cool either. Because then it's just going to go straight to Sprite. I mean, that's not going to solve anything. So I hope they'll come up with a clever solution. I really would look forward to that. And so, it's for now it is what it is. I'm going to try to play other decks because right now I can't really afford the cards. So, I mean, I'll just get them whenever I can. But, I mean, for now it is what it is. Hopefully that'll change. Money's just been very tight, and hopefully things will get better. Not really counting on Washington to do anything. They can't even keep a budget. So, anyway, I'm back. I'll try to be putting out some content regularly. But if you listen to my announcement, you'll probably understand what's been going on, other things that I'm working on, and if you guys can help with that, I'd really appreciate it. Even if just sharing it would be awesome. I really appreciate it. So, thanks, guys. Have an awesome day, and I'll see you in the next one. All right, bye.